What's up, friends? And welcome back to my channel. Today we're taking a look at the newest addition to the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette family. The all matte safari palette. Yes, that's what it's called. Fresh out of Sephora. As you know, timestamps will be down below. If you want to skip over to any portion of the video you want to see right away, the swatches, or just when you see the demo, the finished look, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to you guys. Because of your viewage, I was able to use my AdSense money to purchase this palette. Of course, that was probably the only thing I can get. That just goes to show you how many views you need to actually make a substantial amount of money off of YouTube. And I'm very happy to announce that I feel my videos have gained some momentum, and I thank you guys for watching, for sharing, and just spreading the love. So I'm able to not pull out of my pocket to buy new makeup. And I think I'm gonna do that from now on. I'm gonna save and not use my own money to buy new makeup, even though I wanna review products within their launch dates, just so it's new and trendy when it comes to reviews. Some stuff might just have to wait until it gets the AdSense check, you know what I mean? So thank you again. I'm thrilled that timing was right on my side this time so I could review this palette. It just launched. Today is Monday. It launched online, Beautylish, her website, and Sephora, I believe, this past Friday, and now they have it in stores today. If you want to take a peek, see swatches, a demo, maybe 2 different eye looks, then please keep on watching. This baby retails for, I believe, $129. She's in the Mother Pack Collective. Really expensive makeup. Kind of like you're not buying makeup, but you're investing in it. Comes in this matte soft touch. Actually, it's not soft touch. It's a matte, but a hard plastic case. And you see that you have the shiny letters spelling out matte on the front, and Natasha is like in this really pale pink, and then you have Safari palette on the bottom, and the box comes in the same color story. On the back, you have the shadow names. You have the graph of what it looks like in the palette, as well as their names and numbers. Let's just quickly get into details. This palette has a 24-month expiration shelf life. It is not tested on animals, made in Italy. Ooh, so Anastasia, I'm gonna put her name up here. Please let me know, my love, how you pronounce your name, because it has a C in it. I don't want to butcher it up. Synthetic fluoroflogopite. Pete? It's the first ingredient for a lot of these shadows, and she was explaining to me how it's a lab-created material, biodegradable, not going to be harmful, and it's very expensive. That's why probably gives explanation as to why these shadows are so highly priced. As far as what you get in the palettes, 15 shadow palettes pieced at 2.5 grams each, or 0.08 ounces each. I haven't even opened yet. I did swatch in store, but this is freshly open for you guys. Oh, look at this. Saw how I kept my headscarf on because I think it matches. You know, when I saw this, I had to hold myself back because, you know, it's just a matte palette, blah, 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 blah. I really love the color arrangement here. I think it's gorgeous. You have your cools, your greens, your olives, your deep teals. Then you have your, what is this? Like it's a muted deep mauve with your orange and your bright red. So you have a lot going on here. It excites me because there's a wide range of color. And of course, you know, I love eyeshadow, I love makeup, so I have no problem trying to work with this. I actually appreciate that the mirror this time around is wider. It goes more edge to edge as opposed to her other mirrors in the past with like that felt lining in the palettes. I feel like only came up to here, and it was a smaller mirror, so I'm digging that. It doesn't fold all the way back, but it does fold all the way up. The only thing, I feel the screws are a little loosey-goosey here, so if you wanted to tilt it back, I'm not sure how well it will stay up. But for the meantime, it feels like a sturdy palette. It is magnetic. You could actually see the light pink lining around the palette when it closes, and I feel it's pretty secure. The magnetic feels fairly strong, and the whole thing again is plastic, not like her other palettes. The other palettes were like that felt squishy material. I'm not sure if it was cardboard. It had like a faux leather binding around it. Her bigger palettes anyway, her smaller ones are made out of plastic. Let's do swatches. I also quickly want to get on Beautylish because I feel they do a fantastic job in providing shade descriptions. And I feel like I like to do that in my videos because I'm not great at describing shades, so I'm just gonna leave it to the experts, you know what I mean? Oh, and also shade names are in the palette. You have a white frame, you got the shade name, font is very clear and easy to decipher what you're doing. Now I see some pinholes. I think these actually might be magnetic. Yes, they are. How cool. So the little holes in the back, you could just get something very small like a pin, and here's the pan. It pops out of the magnetic groove here. How great. I don't think her other palettes are like that actually. Let me know down below, but I think this is like the first big 15 pan palette she has with that feature, which is dope. I'm into it. All right, friends, let's get into these swatches and then we'll move into our demo. Malia, powder pink with a matte finish. Fata Morgana, deep sea blue with a matte finish. Rhino, green toned gray with a matte finish. Stone, pale cool gray with the matte finish. I'm just gonna stop saying matte finish. Is that cool with you guys? Okay. Savannah, olive khaki. Aya, pale apricot. Thorn, deep rust. Desert date, creamy peach. Shea, cinnamon brown. Tribe, bright tangerine. Lotus, muted pink. Amhara, terracotta coral. Maasai, muted berry. Voodoo, deep merlot. Tamarind, camel beige. Just some cool facts if you want to know. Fata Morgana is said to be an unusual and complex form of superior mirage that is seen in a narrow band right above the horizon, which thus I feel explains the color choice. Amhara are one of the two largest ethno-linguistic groups in Ethiopia. They constitute almost 1/3 of the country's population. Maasai are a Nilotic ethnic group inhabiting central and southern Kenya and northern Tanzania. And tamarind is a leguminous tree in the family Fabaceae. Ooh, I'm butchering a lot of stuff. Indigenous to tropical Africa. I feel the color arrangement speaks to the people in the different regions on the continent, the landscape of the African continent, and very much everything it has to offer in terms of color story. So that's the inspiration behind the palette. Since we went over the details, saw some swatches, you know what time it is. I feel today should be a one eye, something else, and the other eye, another thing. Because I'm not going anywhere after this, so I can look a little cray-cray. It's all good. Let's start, because I really want to do exclusively olive green and then exclusively warm browns over here. Lids are prepped with Too Faced Super Sculpt Concealer. I did not prime because I'm curious to see how these shadows fare on a sticky concealer base. Not that it's super sticky. It did set a little bit, but I removed the makeup I had on before, which was my usual oily makeup remover, and I think it's not allowing the concealer to set as it usually does on just a normal skin kind of situation, but it's okay. We're gonna make it happen. It's fine. You know what? I can't waste any more time. I'm gonna do the green shades right away. And let me tell you, did you see those swatches? They were creamy. When I swatched in store, I was not ready for that texture. I mean, we're talking smooth. Let's see. We're gonna take my good old trusty Wayne number 3, very dirty Wayne number 3, and go in first with, ooh, I want to do Savannah. I think we're gonna do Savannah first. I'm so excited. Ooh, this is what we're dealing with. Excuse me. Let's see what we got, Natasha. Okay. Oh, that's building up very quickly. Having trouble getting, okay, we got it. I was skipping a little bit on that portion of my eye, but I think we're good. Oh man, that's okay. It definitely looks more like gray on camera The lighting is weird because it's actually very dark in my room right now, but I kicked up the exposure so it doesn't look as dark on camera. Keeping it relatively circular now because I want to use another shade to blend it out. Okay, well, we're not playing around. That went on pretty smoothly, my friends, I have to say. Whoa, 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 whoa. I could do stone or I could do tamarind. What do we think? What should we use to blend this out? You know what? I don't think I'm gonna go tamarind. I'm curious to see what that color is gonna do as a blend out situation. Let's just take the edges of that shade with tamarind. Oh, I like what that did. I like what's happening. Ho ho! Ooh, I'm gonna pull it all the way. Why not? Very soft. I like that. Here is the kickback situation in the pan. We got a lot from tamarind. We got some from, what is this? Savannah. But it's not so bad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not too upset about it. Like, it's okay. I'm just gonna blow it out anyway. To deepen the outer corner, Fata Morgana, I think we are going to go in with next. Maybe I'll go in with, what is this, Rhino on my lower lash line, but for now, I'm curious to see what Fata Morgana is going to do. So with that, I will go in with my, I could find it. Where is it? I don't know where to go. I love Wayne gloss brushes, but they're short, which makes it actually very easy to handle, but then I can't find them because they're, hello, you're gonna focus on me? Sorry, I had to back it up a little bit because my camera was not focusing. In with number 4 from Wayne and Fata Morgana. Whoa, okay. I'm getting some dark magic vibes. Are you? Well, these perform a lot better. Ooh. I'm gonna take that right in. Oh my God. That, whoa. That looks so smooth. Why though? So good. As you know, going in halo style, have to do it. I have to do it. I'm really sorry that the lighting right now is not the best. It's actually quite dark and I might look a little gray, but it's all good because we're gonna get through this, man. I'm just starting to pull it out a little bit. That's freaking gorgeous. Look how smooth that looks. I mean, the depth of color is amazing. I'm gonna take same brush now with Rhino, and I'm gonna place that all over my lower lash line. Because I just wanna see what that color does by itself. You know what I mean? Do I have fallout? I don't see any, friends. Am I hallucinating? I think we're clear in that department. Oh, don't do that. I'm gonna need you to focus on me. So I guess what we gotta do, well, we don't have to do anything, but I might take my concealer. I'm gonna take my Annmarie Cosmetics flat synthetic brush with some I was gonna say Born to Run, no, wrong company, Alicia. Born This Way concealer. And since this is a all matte look, I'm just gonna do a very light carving down the center. So I'm gonna just take small punches on where my crease is. Use my finger to just blend out the edges. Maybe I put it too high. Oh, I just put it too high. You know what? I'm not gonna be upset about it. It's fine. I'm just gonna blend it down to soften that a little bit. Because now I want to take my shader brush and go in with stone. I think that's gonna be a really beautiful combination of shades. I'm gonna use my trusty Ava 234 brush. Make sure that's clean because that got something on it. I'm gonna take stone and pat that now where we just applied our concealer. Oh, it almost looks like a powder blue, and I'm not sure if it's because it's picking up a little bit of Fata Morgana and it's changing the color on it a little bit, but I'm not mad, okay? Ray BH Cosmetics small pencil brush in with Fata, but now just cleaning up the edges so it has a better transition, you know what I mean? And now I want to do Savannah with the same brush, but here on the top, because I feel I went a little high with the concealer. You know what? Fata. I'm changing my mind. I'm going to go in with Fata and go across. I think that's going to be a better situation. Going back in, you know what? I'm going to use a totally different brush. Going with my Sigma E40 with Tamarind and just kind of blow out the inner portions here near the front of my brow just to smooth it out and just make sure we got a little bit of a separation going on. So I'm punching in Fata Morgana. Oh, too much punching. And just connecting the top a little better with the bottom because I feel I just needed a little more color there so it doesn't look like it has an open spot. Just gonna fix that using very light strokes because I don't want to overblend, but I also don't want it to look empty. So that's why I'm just taking my time in making sure that portion of my eye doesn't look empty, but it looks more diffused. All right, I think we got it. I'm just gonna do a little bit of that. Ooh, what do we think, friends? Oh, I love Stone. Stone is great. But what happened, I'm gonna take a little more of it because I see that I just needed to clean that up so it looks seamless. Even though in the pan it's going to apply stone gray, but it's picking up a little blue on camera. I'm not sure it will look the same on the footage when I start editing, but it's quite interesting. I like it. Let's move on to this eye. Definitely now going to use the oranges and the reds and that beautiful deep mauve shade. For sure we gotta wipe these brushes because we don't want any cross-contamination. Are we feeling Desert Dates? Are we feeling, so many ways to go. Amhara, like we could do a lot. Desert Date, I knew it. Okay, fine, let's do it. Wayne Goss number 3 with Desert Date. Make sure that's smooth. Now let's go in. This is applying beautifully. No skipping. Blend smoothly into the skin. Has really beautiful glide. I mean, it's just easy. It's easy. This is a very easy matte to work with, as well as the ones we just applied on that eye. I mean, can't ask for anything more. And these I feel are tougher shades to work with because of the color they are. Dude, it was like a breeze. Okay, now I'm having a moment because I love to go in with Tribe, but I'm also feeling Masai. Let's do Tribe and do Masai on the bottom. Does that sound like a plan to you? Going in with Tribe on my Wayne number 4, and we're gonna apply that to the outer corner. Oh, that's, All right, this is nice. Well, that just blended in. Oh my god. As always, we're going in on the inner corner with the medium shade. Taking Desert Date again to just smooth the inner portion out a little more. Now, I'm going to build up this color because we could do one of two things. We could leave it as is or try to see how one of the deeper brown shades kind of blend. Because I run into this problem with dark brown mattes. When I apply them on more mattes, I feel it's hard for them to stick, but this is Natasha Denona, so we should not run into that problem. Saying that, I'm going in with Shay. Let's see how Shay fares out on Tribe and Desert Date. Same Wayne brush. See how much depth we can get. Okay. Oh, I love it. See, this is when you know a matte shadow is of high quality, because I saw some of the tutorials using Huda's new palettes, the mini ones, and when you try to blend one of the dark brown shades on like 2 mattes that were already used on the crease and above the crease for transition shades, they couldn't latch on. They were like disappearing and blending out into nothingness. This gives me intensity, depth, and body, and it doesn't look patchy. It's beyond easy to blend. Like, the color is there. It's practically opaque, but it stays with you and works with you. I mean, okay, fine. You know what? 129, I get it. This is why. I'm gonna take my number 3 to just further blend that out with a little more of Tribe, just blending out the edges of that. Now with the same brush, I'm definitely gonna go in with MICHI. I think I would love to see how this looks. So with that, lower lash line, way number 4. See how that goes. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, I like that a lot. Ooh, I can't wait to use this shade on my lid tomorrow. I am going to take a pencil brush, the first one I can find. Excellent. This is my Sigma E30. Back in with shade, but to the outer portion of my lower lash line, because I want to connect it to the top to make sure we don't have any holes like we experienced on the first eye look. Making sure that connects. And I just want to blend this out a little bit more so it appears smooth. And a little bit bottom, a little bit top. I low-key want to, so I'm just wiping as I go. I want to use the same number 4 brush, but use Amhara, where is it here? Or do I want to use Lotus? Because I want to kind of blend MICHI out a little bit more. So let's see what Lotus does. This is Lotus. I feel that's going to add a nice touch of pinky. Ooh, that is very nice. Oh, glad I did that. Good choice, Alicia. Very nice. I want to take a little bit more of Desert Date with my number 3 and just graze the top here a little more to blow it out further. Now I want to do the same thing I did on the other eye. I'm going to take some concealer. I'm going to try not to go too high because apparently I don't know where my crease is. And just use my finger to feather the edges of that application. Okay, that's much better, Alicia. You're getting good at this, sort of. Back in with Zoeva 234. What light matte shade should we put now on the lid? Are we thinking, you know what? I think I want to do Malia. Let's take that. Ooh, I mean, these beige mattes are not messing around, man. They're punching in some major neutral realness. You know what I mean? Like, I'm beige, but I am going to be seen. Taking shade. This is my Wayne pencil, the number 5. I'm sorry I'm switching brushes so much. It's kind of like whatever ends up in my hand first. That's what I'm using. And I'm taking it also on the inner portion of my lid to just make sure we got some depth there as well. Taking it also my inner corner. This eye looks so much more intense than this eye, but it's all good. All right, friends, I think that is, well, you know what? Not so fast. I want to go in with Aya and use that as the inner corner highlight for both eyes. Same Wayne, number 5, and I'm pressing it to the inner corner. And I think even though it's a matte shade, you could also use matte shades as a highlighter for inner corner just to tie in the look, especially if it's all matte, because it's still gonna provide light in that area. I'm also bringing it to the brow bone arch. Okay, to finish off the look, I'm going to apply some lipstick. I've been loving my Ofra long-lasting liquid in Verona. It's been so good. I just realized I'm continuing without putting on mascara. Hold on a second. I'm so sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. I am fighting the evening hour like, whoa. I just keep lightening up this exposure, man, because I don't want to look gray. I also am impatient and didn't want to wait until tomorrow. But tomorrow, I'm still going to come on here and do just a get ready with me using the Safari palette again. And either by the end of this week or the following, but I think end of this week is a lot more. I think that's still reasonable. I'll do another eye look using these shades. I picked up a mini Hourglass Caution mascara. Chad suggested that I try this, and I didn't want to commit to the full, whatchamacallit, full size. So let's see what this does, because you know I love my Too Faced. All right, I don't think this is waterproof though, so the only reason why, well, there's several reasons obviously why I love Too Faced, but I just feel waterproof mascara tends to hold curl a lot better than not waterproof. But I'm gonna give this another whirl tomorrow. But for now, this is just kind of like my first impressions going in. I mean, it's super black. Oh, I gotta be careful. I don't want to get it on my lid. This is what always happens to me. I got a lot of things to do. I gotta wash my hair. I gotta paint my nails. Oh my god. All right, here is the final first impressions review look for Natasha Denona's All Matte Safari palette. What do we think? Listen, okay, how do I begin? First of all, let me just say that you don't have to buy this palette. If you were thinking about it and wanted to see how it performed, we're very curious about the shades, then this video serves that purpose. If you love makeup and you are one to spend money on it, then yes, I highly recommend this palette. I think we used quite a few shades today, and from all the ones I used, I thought it was an incredible experience. They blended beautifully. The saturation was present. You layer the colors and they don't look patchy, they don't skip, they don't drag, they don't just blend away into nothing. There's no holes when you're applying a deep shade on a medium shade. I mean, Natasha Denona delivers, and she usually does. She might have had some duds in the past, like I think her Star palette wasn't as popular. I do think these mattes, I'm not sure if they are a newer formula. I will put it up next to me if to confirm that claim. I feel like these mattes have a lot more body than her previous ones in other palettes. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because, sure, it is an all matte palette and she wanted to make it happen for that texture. Creamy, smooth, they have beautiful glide, they work incredibly well on my Wayne Goss brushes, and I feel with any brush that you use, upon application, it's just smooth and buttery. It glides over the skin. Again, it doesn't skip, it doesn't catch on to any spots of the skin. I highly recommend it, especially if you love mattes and you love to play with makeup and use different colors. I mean, this eye just has beautiful depth and smoke to it. But I love this eye as well. Like, you could really turn it up using shade, and we didn't even use the other shade. We didn't even get to Thorn or Voodoo. And I'm gonna use, I feel like I want to stay here tomorrow, make a really beautiful, like, plummy, deep smoky eye. I'll be sure to take a photo of that, or just film that video tomorrow for you guys so you guys could take a look. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until then, I'll see you on here again with another tutorial, demo, chit chat, or review. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.